Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Late Night Chats. I hope you had a wonderful and fantastic week. I hope it was filled with so much joy and excitement and merriment, and also some cooling in there. Either some AC, some ice cream, some popsicles, anything. Because it was hot. It was so. Oh, it's been hot this week. It has been spicy. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Y'all know the drill. I'm gonna start you off with my week, and then we'll get into my topic for the day. Specifically, this week has been Oh, okay. Actually, before I get into the week, I want to say like thank you for all the support. First and foremost, a lot of it has been very well noted and well received from like my friends and a couple of random DMs I've been getting across the accounts. So I just want to say one, thank you guys for actually listening to me like yap about stuff that really isn't important, especially in today's like current social and economic crisis climate of the world, and also for just like I don't know, like actively participating with me. Like this is a project I've like wanted to like get off the ground and keep off the ground for a really long time. But because I always let my dark, deepest inner thoughts get in the way of that, and also my social I guess you could say insecurities and anxieties around it as well get in the way. She stopped and started along the way. She stopped and started. So I'm thankful that like people are actually listening to it and they actually like it enough to tell me that they like it. So like that means a lot. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. I hope to do more with the podcast as like of course, as projects like these go. As I love to have guests. I love to have guests. I'm trying to get a couple of guest spots or guest episodes on the way, on the works. Of y'all know scheduling ain't easy these days with everybody's lives and works and whatnot. So I'm trying to get a couple of those working. Um, I also kind of want to spend more time developing my like space for recording it because as you can see, we're in another new location. We're in another new location with a little mood lighting going on. Like y'all see, I'm upgrading. I'm doing my little thing over here, my little one too. So I'm just trying to keep the momentum with it going, and all the support to like boost that momentum has been really awesome and lovely. So like, thank you guys for listening. But to get into this week, why does it literally feel like I've been standing in an oven with the door open? So it's like there's no escape from the heat and I'm just surrounded by heat. And this has been, oh man, this has been a treacherous week. Like if this is a glimpse into our future where it's like this type of weather on the daily in the summer, like I can't do it. Like I'm gonna keep it real with you. I can't do it. Um, we were in a superdome, as the weather people like to call it. We were in a superdome where we were in a huge like heat bubble that lasted for basically this whole week, with like the degrees weighing from or varying from different high level 90s for like the temperature, but the actual feel like was any variation from like 100 degrees to like 108, 106, 105. So we've literally been standing like in an oven on the lowest setting possible, but like I see what my chicken tenders feel like. I know it's not 450 like you know what I mean, like they get cooked out, but like oh my god, I'm so sorry for everything I've eaten in an air fryer and in an oven. Like guys, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. Like it has been like outrageously hot. Like the type of like heat where it's like your brain low key has been cooking. Like at least for like me personally, like um there was just like certain aspects because like sometimes I just or somehow I find a way to be outside when I don't need to be outside. So like this week when it like started getting hot, on Sunday I was at my friend's show, being a great friend and supporting her, as she was singing in this kind of like local music fest called Porch Fest that they put on in Chicago, where like people sing on different people's porches, and so you can like walk around the neighborhood and go see like different like local music acts, which is like a really cool like event and a really cool setup as well, because like I mean, you can literally like you're walking down the street and you hear live music. Like that's kind of awesome. And then you get to hear different like variety of like genres as well. So really cool, like awesome idea. It was just too hot. And what's crazy is that was like the least hottest day of the week too. I think that day was like maybe like 85, 86, but it felt like upper 90s. So I was like sweating my butt off, recording videos, like cheering and taking photos. But I was like, okay, like it's getting hot, guys. Like, wait, hold on. And then the following day, Monday, I was at the beach for my friend's birthday. And that was like the first official like day of the heat dome, the super dome, whatever you want to call it. Oh, actually, I think it's called the heat dome. It's not called the super dome. It is very much called the Heat Dome, not the Superdome. But I'm gonna keep calling it the Superdome because that's what it felt like. It felt like this is a like life or death situation. If I don't make it, like we're cooked. Literally cooked. I was at the beach for my friend's birthday on Monday, and I am so grateful that I was like, you know what? Because I had a hour drive to like her place and to the beach, and I was like, it makes no sense for me to put shorts on now. Like it's gonna be really hot in the car. Like I know I'm gonna have the AC on, but I know it's gonna be really hot in the car. Like I'm gonna just like go on my little like swim bottoms, my little like swim cover up, and wear a t-shirt so I don't get like spotted by the police or whatever. And that was like one of the hottest drives I've done in other than the day after, which was even worse, but for different circumstances. That was such a hot drive. Like it was just so hot. And then to make it worse, like there was traffic. So it's like I was sitting there like under the sun, and now it's like my car thankfully doesn't have a moonroof. So it's like it's not just like open heat coming through. Like there's no type of sunroof, moonroof situation in my car now, which I was both grateful for and then also like, dang, this sucks, because now it's just like hot metal. So now it's like when I turn the air on, it like takes a little bit longer for it to cool off, because it's just I'm trying to cool off like 300-degree metal in a car. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that day was so hot, and I'm so glad that I was at the beach, because thankfully like the water is still cold, because it's just barely hitting July. Like I can't swim, so I was in Michigan Ocean like trying not to hyperventilate in front of all these people, but I was like I don't have a choice. Like it's so hot, like I can't. I was like, I have a Baja Blast like freeze with me, and like that melted on the way to the beach. I was like, oh man, like I can't. I have to get in the water. Like I can't do it. And that was the most like refreshing, and like that was the only time I've like actually enjoyed my experience in Michigan Ocean. As many people know, large bodies of water scare me because I can't swim, and I've already almost drowned twice, which is also like you kind of think, London, so why would you get in Michigan Ocean then if you know you've almost drowned twice and you don't have any swimming capabilities? And with that in mind, like I hear you and I see you and I respect you, but like with this heat, you'd do it too. You would put your life on the line, just like in the most like respectful and cute 1-2 way. Like you put your life on the line just to like cool off, just from the legs down. Like I was not like full head underwater, because like I can't mess with my hair, or I wasn't going like chest, nothing. Like the deepest I went in was like up to my belly button, and maybe a little above the belly button, because like the waves were hitting. But it was just too hot. Like I was like, like Lord Jesus, be a fence, like protect me and cover me, but like I gotta cool off. Because I was like, I'm trying to be supportive friend at this birthday party. I'm not trying to like go out by heat exhaustion or heat stroke. So I was like, any means necessary to like keep the function going and keep the vibes up. Which is like, girl, don't put your life on the line for like the vibes, but I put my life on the line for the vibes. I'm just kidding. Thankfully, like with my Baja Blast freeze and like taking like the little intermittent dips in the pool, like I was fine after that. Like after that first dip in the ocean, I was like, okay, like it's actually not that bad out here, bro. It feels like 100+ degrees. Don't don't come on. But I was like, okay, like this heat ain't that bad. Like like actually, like they were going OD on the heat dome type stuff. I'm like, anyways. Had a lovely time at the beach. Splished and splashed, got a little tan on, even though the tan didn't stick in the places that I wanted it to. And I think that's because I put sunscreen on. So as much as I am protecting myself from skin cancer, like I was trying to get a little brown for the summer, guys. Like it's about to be July and I'm still low curcularly in my winter shade. Like I'm a little bit browner, but like I'm not brown where I want to be. But that's okay, because like there's still time in the summer to get my tan on in weather that doesn't, make me feel like I'm inside of an oven. But like, yeah, I was like, dang, like my legs didn't get that tan, my arms didn't get that tan, but my back got a tan from my swimming suit. So like for my swim top. So like that's awesome. It's a gorgeous little stripe going straight down my shoulder blade. And I was like, okay, word. Like this is awesome. Like this is really cool. Like I love that. But still I had an amazing time at the beach. I like made new friends, which is also, guys, can I just say, like, maybe being an adult ain't that bad, cuz like I've been making new friends this past week. I've been making new friends. Cuz I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode. I don't think I did. But I went to go see Joe Keery, if y'all know him, D Joe. I went to go see him with my best friend as well. Since she like came up for the week for her show, and that was on Sunday. And while we were there, like we were just doing our thing, yapping, just being girls yapping in the audience. And like there was this girl sitting next to us who like came by herself because her friends didn't want to go. And we just started like yapping with her because like we're natural yappers. We get our yap on, and like we made a friend along the way. I was like, wow, this is so awesome. Like we're here at this concert, like seeing an amazing artist, like vibing out for the summer, and now we have a new friend. So I'm like, wow, like this is so fun. Making friendships like as an adult, like it don't come often. It really don't come often, but when it do come, you're like, wow, this is fun. Especially cuz like I've been like meeting different people of like different diasporas of life in terms of like what they do for work and what they studied in school. So what was I gonna say? On like Monday I met more like musician like based people who like studied different instruments and like musicalities in college. So I was like, hey people, hey my people, nice to meet you, how are you? And then like the other people that I've met just like loosely, either for like our friend from the Joe concert or like other people in other places this past week, have been like either different types of like engineers or different like marketing employed peoples, or what's the other one, oh my gosh, why can't I think of it, or like just different like kind of corporate genres of work. And I'm like, wow, like we're all just like one people in the world. Like this is so cool, and like we get to like cross paths for like this one moment, and like, you know, like chop it up and like maybe not like be like real friends like along the way, but like even just like making the acquaintanceship, I'm like, wow, this is like so beautiful and awesome. So it's been really nice to like get outside and like talk to new people, meet new people, learn like things about them. So I was like, wow, like this past weekend I was like, wow, maybe life is worth living, like this is a lot of fun. And then I got hit with that blast of heat again. I said, oh, nah, I gotta get back inside. So yeah, that was like my weekend and Monday. And then on Wednesday was my first official day in the studio. Hey. It was really an awesome experience. We cooked up something really cool and something I'm really excited to share. We currently have like, I'd say we're about like 75% way of the, or 75% of the way done with the first song that I want to do. I got to do my due diligence, obviously, and like get my vocals down and get the lyrics together. But I'm really excited for it. It was really like, this is what I mean. Like I've just been like bumping into people, making new friends, but also reconnecting with old friendships. So one of the producers that I was working with for the song, I had forgot that he had worked at the studio that I was like going with to like or going to make this song. And my producer was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like bring in this guy to like help us with this track, with this key, with for like the keys and stuff and like melodies. I was like, oh yeah, cool, like whatever, that's fine. And then he walks in, I was like, oh my god, I know you. And it was just like really awesome to like, you know, reconnect and be like, so how's life been like since work, and like what have you been working on, and you know, blah blah blah. So like that was really awesome. And then like just to also like hear like his perspective like on music as well, because it's like I've only known you as like a coworker, and like we kind of loosely talked about like, you know, our likes in music and like what we like to do with it and how we like things to you know, sound and come together. So like hearing like his ideas and how they like work together on my song, or like how my ideas bounced off of him and my other producer, I was like, this is so cool, this is so awesome. And it was just really cool like how we each like, because there was three of us working on it, so like me, my main producer, and then my other friend producer. And it was like awesome to hear like how even though we had like different ideas, they kind of all had different like through lines between them, so it all just like connected perfectly. because like we all had like the same goal in mind for like what we want the song to sound like yeah, of course, but it was like it was just so cool to like hear like or like see it actually like play out, and like to hear like someone go, oh, like I hear this, and then they do it and I'm like, oh my god, that's fire. Or like I go, oh, I hear this, and I do it and they go, oh my god, that's fire. It was just so much fun. It was so much fun. It was so cool. And I think the like biggest part about it that like helped me feel like less kind of anxious and uneasy about it was just the fact that like um so many other like people from the studio, when they would just like pop in to either like talk to my producers or like ask them questions, they would like hear the beat and they would go, oh yeah, this is fire, like y'all are working on some fire. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like you guys really like what we're making, like this is so awesome. Like wow, I really appreciate that, because like it like just started out as like a small idea of the song, like there for the vibe I had for the song, but like to hear like fully blossoming, like start to like really come to life, and we're like adding all like the different bits and goodies, and at different stages in the process every person was at like the same consensus of like this is gonna be fire, this is gonna be fire. I was like, yes. I was like, oh my gosh, they just it just feels so good, at least for me, because like I just have like a lot of anxiety around like me creating my own music, just because like my biggest thought, my biggest fear is like nobody's gonna rock with this, like no one's gonna like it, they're gonna think like, oh, this is lame or this is boring. And so like that's kind of what's hindered me, I guess, from starting, or at least like starting and sticking with it, or like really trying to like get better at it, or like make different developments of it. So like just to hear like other like musicians and other producers and engineers, and like them be like, nah, like this is gonna be something like cool like for the final project, I'm like, wow. Like wow, that's so nice, guys, like thank you. Like thank you. So I had a really great time at my first session. Really really awesome stuff we created, awesome vibes all around. I'm really excited for the second one. I've got a lot of good lyrics down and melody ideas, so I think I just gotta like play around with some stuff, and I'm sure once I find something, I'm gonna send it right over to my producer. Like, I got it. But yeah, I'm just so exciting. Like, I'm finally, starting to do like what I went to school for, guys. I'm finally putting this degree to use. Like, hey. But like also I'm also starting to follow my dreams too. So like that's like really awesome and beautiful and natural. So I'm like I'm just I don't know. I feel very sorry, my like computer's about to die. If you saw me like looking off camera, that's that was what was happening. I think it's just really like exciting that like also like a lifelong dream is like also being worked on, and it's in the process, and like finally getting the ball rolling with that. So I'm just really excited to like share bits of it with you guys too, especially like parts of the process, like either me talking about it or like posting clips or photos like on my Instagram and whatnot. So yeah, I'm so excited, it's gonna be so much fun. And then yeah, that's been my week. That was like those were the heavy hitters of the week. um yeah, so let's get into so let's get into today's topic. still still gonna get it. Let's get into today's topic. Okay, so speaking of like social media and like different mediums of like sharing your creativity and art and whatnot, the biggest thing that's been like keeping me up late at night is like I don't really know the word to describe this, but like almost like the dehumanization behind like social media at its core. And I say that in the sense of like people like posting to social media, not because it's like, oh, like I want to share something with my like friends or like my family or whatever. It's like, oh, I'm sharing this because I want to be this humongous content creator who's like super famous and like has all this clout and like blah blah blah. And I know that's not like everyone's drive, and that's not everyone's focus behind sharing to social media. Like that's definitely not even my drive either, but I know it's like a good amount of people, and I just feel like I've been seeing like a lot of those like videos come up on like my pages where it's like how to get the most followers and how to and how to like some of it's actually like really I would say intentional, and like how it's like you want to shape your platform, because I don't think there's anything wrong with like trying to build a brand or become a content creator, but I just feel like the ways that people are kind of going about it, it's not necessarily like you're doing this because like you have the passion to like share whatever it is you're passionate about with other people. Like you're doing it for like the hype and the clout and most likely the money, which is like the money is awesome and we need money, like don't get me wrong, but like I feel like the purpose behind it is misaligned. And so like for me it's like I've been seeing some like intentional videos where it's like how to make your content like, you know, more engaging or like more visually appealing in terms of like editing styles. It's like those ones I've been, you know, I've been keeping my eyes on, because like I feel like for me personally, like my goal for all of this is literally just to like share my life with you guys, or like share the bits and pieces that I don't get to like talk about with everyone like all the time, just because like I think they might get bored. They don't want to like hear me yap about stuff that they don't want to hear about. um and so it's like I just want to make like the whole like the content as a whole more exciting to like, you know, watch and listen to. um just so like it's not, you know, some boring like, you know, 45-minute hour long podcast where it's like, you know, nothing's really happening. And it's like for some people you don't really need like all that engaging editing style with like different clips and like laughs and, you know, bits and bobbles, but like for me, like that's what I like, and like that's what makes me laugh and that's what makes it most engaging for me. So I'm like, if you guys kind of like what I like, then like you would like that too. So like I'm definitely taking like a lot of notes in those like kind of categories, and how to like edit my videos and, you know, be better about posting so you guys know when things are out and when I'm doing things, and just kind of like being more engaging as a person, if that kind of makes sense. But like I don't want to ever like kind of get into that mindset of like, oh, like I'm posting because I want the followers and I want the fame and I want the money, because then it's like, so what you gonna do when you get all that for real? Like are you gonna know how to like use your page for good to like, I don't know, spread awareness about either issues or help your community in any way, whether it's like through financial assistance or like, I don't know, talking about like major things that are happening for people. Like people are always like, oh, I want the clout and I want the fame and I want the money, but it's like you kind of, do you know what to do when you have all that? Do you know what to do when you have all that? And it's like for some of them, no. And it's like, I don't know, because I've seen like so many like content creators where it's like I like it's mainly like on TikTok, but I've also been seeing it more on Instagram since I've been trying to use that more for sharing this with you guys. And it's just like so, I don't know, like I feel like my biggest problem is like I'm like watching some of these people and I can tell it's like you're putting on like a new personality or like a new like caricature of yourself so you can like, you know, gain more attention of people. And it's like I know that's not the real you. You know, like I know you're just putting that on for show, and it's like that's fine, you know, because some people do kind of like that's their vibe, where it's like certain personalities are like more snarkier or they have more attitude or like whatever. And like that's fine if like that's your, you know, that's your thing. But for people who are like that's not your thing and you're trying to make it your thing and it's not really sticking because it's not your thing, that's the stuff that I notice. So for me, like it's just like I don't know, it's been making me like kind of side eye a lot of things, because like for like what's the point of like posting to social media or trying to be a content creator if it's like you're not doing it in a way that's like authentic to you. And that was something that I had to kind of really lock in with, because when I was younger, like I like my biggest like goal when I was like really starting to get on social media, because I was really into fashion and I still really am into like fashion and like art and design and stuff. I wanted to be like a fashion like a model or whatever, or like a fashion influencer or whatever. So like when I was in like high school, I like made a fashion Instagram page, which is still up, but like I gave up on it. But in the if you scroll down to towards the bottom, it's like a bunch of my little outfits, and I like have all the hashtags and stuff in there. Um, but like the point of me posting it was because like, or posting at that like time with that content was that I really loved it and I really enjoyed it, and like I thought like my fits were fire, like I thought my fits were cooking, and I was like I want to share them with people. So like, you know, like I get inspired from other people sharing their outfits, like I hope my fits inspire other people. So that was like my main goal for it. But like because I couldn't get any like traction for it really, I like kind of gave up because I was like, oh well, maybe my fits aren't that cool or aren't that inspiring, and maybe that's why like people aren't engaging with it and they don't like it. But it's like, no, like I was looking back on that page because I was telling my boyfriend like about it. I was like, oh yeah, like I had a second page. Like, I had a little fashion page or whatever, which then turned into a meme page because I like gave up on it and it became like my like spam account. But I was basically like oh yeah, like I used to like, you know, post little fits and I was in high school and like blah blah blah. And when I was like looking back at the page, I was like, aw, like I kind of wish I didn't give up because like even though a lot of it wasn't as like intricate or like what's the word, like just super like, I don't know, like super like, guys give me a second. It just wasn't like super like, I guess like fashionista at the time. Like I didn't feature like a lot of like accessories and different mixed mediums of style in terms of like patterns and like materials like linens or denim, polyester, blah blah, you know, whatever you want to call it. It kind of just seemed like basic at the time, but like looking back on it, it's like, well, you were in high school, so it's like your options were limited. You didn't have a job to like buy new clothes or like keep up with trends or accessories, and the thrift stores in my area when I lived at that place at the time didn't have like the type of stuff that I was looking for that I found, you know, once I was older and was able to like travel to other thrift stores around the state and, you know, really dig at what they had or whatever. So it's like, I was like, well, yeah, of course, like your stuff was going to be limited, but it was like, that's kind of part of the process as well. Like you were going to learn to develop like how to add more bits and pieces and to mix different colors and mix, you know, yada yada yada. And what's funny is like as I like grew older, like that's exactly what I did, but I just stopped posting it because I was like, I don't think anybody really cares about like what I got on today. Like I don't think anybody cares like, you know, how I put together this like gingham pattern with like these cheetah print tights. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's where I was like, I don't think nobody cared. But it's like maybe not a lot of people cared, but like there was probably like a handful of people out there who were like enjoyed what I was posting and probably would have liked to see like my kind of development in fashion and how like my brain changed and like how I started wearing these sort of colors more, or you know, this shade of red. You know what I mean? Like just something different. And so like a part of me has been like, I want to get back to that level of posting where it's like I post because I like it and I like don't stop posting because I don't think people like it. Because that's like also been like the biggest hindrance with this. Like I was like, well, you know, I spend a lot of time, you know, trying to like find topics to talk about, or well, I don't really spend a lot of time, guys. let me keep it real. A lot of it is off the dome because it's like it's stuff that I'm thinking about throughout the week, and stuff that keeps me up at night. But I was like, I also try to think of like engaging ways to like deliver it and talk about it, so it's not just like, dang y'all, I can't believe there's people out here trying to clout chase for fame. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just like trying to get more into the fact that like I'm doing this because I love it and I don't care if people don't rock with it or people don't like it, or if I'm not getting the engagement that I want, or people aren't following with it, or people aren't watching my video for longer than 10 seconds. Like, you know what I mean? Like all the analytics and insight BS that's like everywhere on these platforms. And that's been like my kind of like my driving force to continue with this, especially after seeing like all of the like content I've been seeing that I'm just like, it's so devoid of people's truths. It's not people's truths in there. And I'm like, we gotta get back to like the point of like social media when it first started. Like you're sharing funny photos and like little bits of your life for fun. Like this is all for fun, for like, oh, like, you know, I'm trying to keep up with, or not trying to keep up with my friends, but I'm trying to what's the word, like day in the life or like week in the life, where it's like, this is what I ate yesterday, or like this is where me and my best friend went to, yada yada. Like that's where I'm trying to get back to, like social media, like when social media was like actually fun and you were just like being fun and silly with your friends and being creative, and like that's how people started following you, because they're like, no, I like your vibes and I like your energy. So I've been like trying to get back to that vibe and post a little more like loosely, if you will. But I'm just trying to like shake off the like anxiety behind it, because like one of my biggest things that like I noticed when I started back doing this was I was like, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed to like tell people that I have a podcast, or I kind of don't want people to know that like I do this like on the side. But it's like, why? Like there's nothing embarrassing about this. Like it would be embarrassing if like the subject matter is like why men are the true alpha males and women deserve less and they don't deserve all these rights and we need to go back to traditional like that's embarrassing. Like I would be like, oh yeah, I don't, that's humiliating. So for all of you people who do that type of stuff, sit in your shame. But anyways, but I was like, yeah, I had to like literally tell myself like, bro, none of this is embarrassing. Like it's literally just you in your head, you getting like ahead of yourself and being like, oh, people are gonna look at me differently, they're gonna think of me differently, blah blah blah. It's like, bro, nobody gaff. Like nobody gaff. And then on top of that, like the people who like I have started to tell about it, or like they like just find out about it from like going to my Instagram page, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool, you have a podcast, like that's awesome, I'm gonna follow you, or like I'll try to keep up with you. And it's like, that's it. Like that's like the basis of the interaction. Like it's nothing like you loser, like you stink. Like it's literally nothing like that. So I've been trying to like rewire my brain to like get out of that mindset, because that's also stopped me from like posting more about it and sharing more content about it, and just like trying to like get the word out, like, hey guys, I have this little, this little subsection of my life, I just yap and whatnot. And that's the other thing too, it's like that's literally like the basis of my content. Like I'm just yapping. Like, I'm just yapping. I'm up late and everyone's asleep and I have no one to talk to. So like I'm gonna talk to you guys about this stuff. like that's it. But I don't know. It's something that like I've been working really hard to shake, and I've been getting a lot better at it. But it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's a day at a time. You gotta take it a day at a time. Like you can't really like force yourself too much out of it, really. Just because I know with me, if I like force myself too hard to be like, you gotta post about this more and you gotta share and then it's like, actually I'm gonna take a step back. Like I don't want to do this anymore. And so more than anything, like I gotta keep it fun, I gotta keep it lighthearted, and I gotta take a lot of the seriousness out of it, because then once it gets too serious, then I'm like, wrap it up. just wrap it up. But yeah, like that's just the thing I've been thinking about. Like I want if there's like any goal or any takeaway that I want people to have, either from my like either social media presence or interactions, or from this podcast, whether in the episodes or like the subject matter, I just want more people to be themselves. I want more people to be themselves in the same way that I want to be myself more around people. Like I feel like because of my childhood traumas and like other like things that happen in my life, I like fear being in my true like quirky silly little self. But it's like there's nothing wrong with that. That's who you are at your core. Like there's no need to like be ashamed or be afraid or change yourself so other people like you or they think you're cool. Like that's so freaking lame. That's so lame. And I don't want to be lame anymore. Being lame is lame. Like no, be yourself, be different, be expressive. Don't be afraid to like talk about that niche little thing you like, as long as it's not degrading or disrespectful. Like obviously like be yourself, obviously, but also recognize like there's some things that you do kind of have to that you do have to change, because like there's a lot of like really bad like negative mindsets around a lot of things too that are still out there, and that people feel way too comfortable talking about, because they're like, well, this is who I am and I hate women. But why do you hate women though? Like stuff like that, like that's something you need to sit back, reflect on, and like understand why you think like that and why you like move like that. But like in terms of you just like, I love EDM or I really love like this brand of popsicles, or I love drawing, or I love this art style, or I love this show, like stuff like that. Like, no, live your truth, like share that, express that, because that's something cool and that's something unique and that's something that makes you you. I think we're missing a lot of uniqueness in the world. I feel like a lot of people are just trying to be someone else, or they're trying to like be like someone else in that regard. It's like, you ain't gotta do that for real. You ain't gotta do that for real. Like, people are gonna like you for you. Not to get inspirational or not to get deeper or nothing, but like, be you. Be who you are. Like, please be who you are for your pride. Be who you are for your pride. Like, seriously. So yeah, that's where my brain's been lately. That's where a lot of my time and focus and energy have been on, just more like self-reflection. It's been a self-reflecting week, especially regarding this, and my music, and just like me at my person, at my level person and whatnot, like finding who I am. Sorry, that was corny. That was so corny. Finding who I am. Finding me at my core. At my core, at my roots. At my roots. But like, on a real though, like finding me at my core and at my roots. Like, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100 from here on out. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it a bando. Like, let's start doing that. So that's what I'm focusing on. I hope, everyone else continues to do the same. Especially if you're a creative in the creative space and you're, using social media to share your creativity. Be who you are for your pride. Be unique. Be authentic. Be yourself. Please and thank you. And then also for the people who aren't on the creative side and aren't, on social media sharing their creativities and are on social media just having a ball, having, a key with everyone. Also continue to be yourself and be who you are for your pride. Like, yes, we need to do that more. We need to do that more. No more being ashamed to express yourself. No more being afraid to talk about things you love because you think you're going to get bullied for it or people aren't going to rock with you. Like, that's out. That's so 2005. Like, we're in 2026, big 26, if you will. Like, there's no more fear. There's no more shame for that no more. So I'm excited to, I guess, kind of like spread my wings in a sense and like do more things to like just be out there. You know what I mean? Like, just be out there and just like be sharing either what's going on in my life through this or through like my own personal Instagram page or whatever. Just like getting back to the good old days, getting back to the good old days and just having fun on the gram. Having fun on the gram. Like, when's the last time y'all had fun on the gram? Tell the truth. Exactly, because it's been a minute. You have fun on the gram. So I'm trying to bring back having fun on the gram. But like, just having fun in general. Like, there's so much fun to have in the world. And then there's so much fun to share online because you're having fun in the world. Share the fun. There's also just too much negativity going on in the world. And it's like, I don't want to dismiss like the super serious and like bad stuff that's going on too. Because there's still a lot of bad stuff going on. But I think more than now, more than ever, like, we just need to like embrace real creativity and like real art and real stuff, because this AI stuff actually is getting real scary. It's getting real scary. Because I was at the movies technically yesterday, and it was me and my boyfriend, we were seeing Supergirl, and they were showing AI ads like in like, in the like movie like preview and like the ad area before like the movie starts. AI ads. Why are we doing that? And it was like an AI ad featuring like a real person like trying foods and stuff. And I'm like, you could have just used like a real person for that. A real person for like the video or the ad, and also real food, cuz they were promoting food. Why are we using it? Like, actually peed me out, because it's like, that's just so unnecessary. One, it's an unnecessary waste of resources, because I know it was like a 1 minute ad, so like from that 1 minute I know we went through like a million tons of water and so much electricity and probably killed like 3 million plants. And also, two, you could have just employed real people. Like, it's not hard. And there's just like so many people who are like out there hungry to like get their start, either in little ads or little trailers and stuff. And it's like, we're gonna ignore them and move to some like terrible crappy animation that also wasn't even handmade. Because then that's the other thing too, if you didn't want to use real people and you were going for like an animated style of like, oh, I'm trying to make it like, cute little fun video, why didn't you hire an animator to animate that for you? Because you could have did that as well, and it would have looked 100 million gorillion times better and used like 30 million times less the resources that we need to survive. Like just a crazy thought. So like I also, like, as much as I want to embrace creativity, I want you guys to embrace creativity responsibly. Let's stop using AI to like make arts and make flyers and make videos and all that other stuff, because it's like unnecessary. It's unnecessary, especially because like the things that people are using AI for, you can just do it yourself. You just don't want to sit down and take the time to either learn how to do it and like do it in the way that you want it to, or you just would rather have a robot do it for you and have it look terrible. Like, have it look terrible, have it look very ugly and just unappealing in every sense of the way. So, no more AI. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of it infiltrating into my like real life, if that makes any sense. Because it's like I feel like a lot of the AI usage that I see, it's when I'm online, like either I'm on Instagram, scrolling Twitter, TikTok, whatever. Like I feel like that's where it's like you kind of come across it the most. But like now it's like it's for real starting to like encroach be outside those screens, those four little walls of those screens. And I don't like that. I don't like that not one bit. I don't like that at all. So that's my other little spiel. Let's cut out the AI. No more ChatGPT. No more Gemini. No more Claude. No more Grok. And I know y'all be using Grok. Get off Grok. Get off of Grokiana. Like, no. No. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. I promise you, you don't need it. I promise you, you don't need it. You don't need it. Especially when like a lot of y'all are talking to these AI entities like they're real people. And you guys are asking them, oh, what should I eat today? Or what's the weather going to be today? Or how, what was I going to say? Oh, what's 2 plus 2? Like y'all are just not, you're not, no, like, no, just don't use it. Just don't use it. I'm not even trying to justify it and be like, oh, or it's like you can use it for a minute. No, there's just no justification for it, like, period. Because like you can't even really like play, like I was gonna try and play devil's advocate for it, be like, oh well, AI's, no, because there's nothing to advocate for. There's nothing to justify for it. Like, you just don't need it. You don't need it. Let's get back to the good old days, which was like a year or two ago, when you were like doing everything yourself and you were learning how to do it and you were becoming a skilled person and increasing your skills as a person and becoming more well-rounded. Like, let's just get back to that, especially in the arts and creative scenes, because it's like with like more AI ads, more AI flyers, and also now AI music, it's like we're just losing so much of that human like touch and that personal touch and that personal or that human creativity that a robot can't emulate. Like, it can't feel the things that we feel when we're creating the art. And that's like the art, or that feeling is also, we understand it as a person, like consuming the art, viewing it, listening to it, whatever. So like, no, like no more of that. I don't, literally my whole point with like the social media content creation is like, I don't want any more like content creators like not being their true selves and being devoid of their like true personalities and like making up like personalities to seem more likable. Like, I don't want that for your art either. I don't want that for your music, whatever creativity. We need more humans. We need more humans in the art space. We need you guys to stay in the art space. We don't need anyone leaving. We don't need anything left up to an entity that has no feeling, no human emotion, no none of that, just because like it's just so boring, it's so stale, and it doesn't sound good with the AI music, it doesn't look good with the AI art, and I'm tired of seeing it, I'm tired of hearing about it, and I'm so over it. Like, I'm so freaking over it, especially because it's like the way you see Spotify like starting to push more of their little AI artists that they've been creating so they get more money from stuff as well. Like, that's gross and that's manipulative and that's like super foul, especially because it's like y'all love to be like, oh, we can't pay artists more or whatever, like we can't raise their streaming rate, whatever. But it's like, y'all can make some fake music though and push that out, and boost your own sales and revenue. Like, that's cool, but like, real people who like actually have the drive and the desire and passion to do this, yeah, they don't get that extra boost and extra help from you. So like whatever. Like, and that's why I hate Spotify. Stop using Spotify as well. Don't gaff about your subscription. Don't gaff if you're on a family plan. Stop using it. quickly. Ooh, I hate Spotify. Especially because outside of the AI thing, like they're just shady. They're just super shady. And it's like people love to say, well, all my playlists are over there, and like the app integration is just really good, and the user interface. I don't care. Learn a new, interface. Migrate to a new app. And it's like I really can't talk that much too, because like I still am an Apple Music like listener, and they've got their own subset of problems. But like trust, like we're probably gonna integrate over to Tidal or Deezer or whoever else that isn't terrible and manipulative for artists and what they pay people. So trust and believe. I'm doing my own research right now as well, and I'm also gonna make the jump away from Apple as well. But for the people who are just like, I don't feel like learning a new thing, or I don't feel like moving my playlist over, don't gaff. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. I don't gaff. But anyways, I'm gonna get off my soapbox right now, just because like now I'm getting riled up over that really peed me out so bad. 'Cause I'm like, why am I looking at this right now? Why am I looking at this? And then it's not like, because here's the other thing that's like been really frustrating to me. It's not like you use AI as like a template to like make something, and then you go back over it and you polish it yourself and you make it better, or you like put your own personal touch on it. People don't do that. They like let AI create whatever garbage it's going to create, and they immediately just push that out. Like no type of nothing. So that's like the other like frustrating part of it for me, is it's like, if you're going to use it as a tool, if you're really going to run with the spiel of like, it's so helpful for me in my creation, and it just takes so much time off, and it takes so much load off my work, yada yada yada. If that's really like the hill you're going to die on for it, then at least take the time to like make it better. Like at least go back through it and like re-edit the parts that are terrible, or change some of the dialogue or the sound or the color scheming or whatever. Do something to at least make that garbage a little less or a little more appealing. I don't know. Like if that's the hill you're gonna die on. Like personally, I don't agree. Like you shouldn't be dying on the hill, period. But it's like at least make it worthwhile. If you're gonna force feed a slop, then at least make it like, okay, like it was AI, but I guess they still put their twist on it. Like sure, whatever. At least make it something like that. Like personally, I'm like, don't do it. Like period, don't do it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think you have to do it. I don't think it's relieving you or giving you that much more time in your life to do other things, especially if you use AI and other things to do the things that you're doing. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. So don't do it. But for real, off my high horse. Yeah, that's been everything that's been like keeping me up this week. And causing me stress and having me lose sleep all week. Yeah, guys, be yourself. That's the moral of today's episode. Be yourself, be creative, be your truth. Be your truth. And I hope to see more of it in the future. Just like in the same way I hope for myself to continue to be in my truth and continue to be my authentic self, I'm hoping the same for you guys as well. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100 going forward. No more cheats, no more hacks, no more AI assistants. Let's keep it real, human. Let's keep it. Ooh, don't look at my nails. Ooh, don't look at that. And on that note, beloveds, that's been Late Night Chats. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope my rant didn't scare y'all. I just gotta keep it real. I got to keep it real. Like, I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope to see more of y'all getting loose and getting free out there. Feel free to like share stuff with me. Just like anything that you're doing in your life. Like, I love to be nosy. I love to see what's going on. And I'm gonna be happy to see it. I'm gonna be happy to hear about it. But yes, continue to be free, continue to live in your truth, and be who you are for your pride. Happy Pride Month to all my all my fellow people in the LGBTQIA plus community. I hope it was a very happy and, well nourishing Pride Month. And I hope you guys were being who you are for your pride. I hope you were living in your truth. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you again for watching. Go ahead, follow me on all the social links in my bio, blah blah blah. Keep up with me, keep up with my life and my sillies and whatever. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode.